I love you is a hard thing to say when you mean it, but you're also thinking, I don't know you. Suitcases. Mamanjun and Babajun moved to America from Iran and only brought 2 suitcases with them. When Mom, Dad, Amir, and I went on vacation to Hawaii last summer, we took 8 suitcases with us. And it still felt like it wasn't enough, like something was missing, like we had forgotten something important back home. It's how I've always felt. Like I'm forgetting, or I'm disconnected from something. Like an island. Not like I'm on an island. Like I am an island, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be claimed, waiting to be a part of something bigger. Waiting to be familiar with family. Not just Amir and Mom and Dad, but the people and the place we came from. The history we once had a hold on. I've always wanted a history I could handle, not just hear about. Mamanjun and Babajun moved to America, their whole lives packed into 2 taped-up suitcases, which must have been hard but makes me happy. Because we're fast approaching familiar, headed toward the handling, we're on our way to wonderful, and I didn't even have to pack. Home. Iran was always home. Until it wasn't. Iran was always whole. Until it wasn't. Apparently, Iran used to be really different. I've lost count of how many times my mom has told me Tehran was the Paris of the Middle East. There was a revolution in Iran in 1979, and my parents both left right before that. But their parents stayed behind. Which sounds harsh now, but maybe it wasn't then? My parents met in the States, then dated in the States, then married in the States. In Iran, my parents might have never met, might have never dated, and definitely would have never married. It's against the law there for a Muslim to marry a Baha'i. It's against the law for a Muslim to anything a Baha'i, really, except kill. I mean, I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to even be a Baha'i in Iran. But I don't want to ask Mom. Enough of her relatives have died that it's too embarrassing to admit to her that I still don't quite understand why. Mom's family is Baha'i. Dad's family is Muslim. But that's easy to forget because our family is lucky. Dad hasn't ever seemed to care about the politics of it. I asked him once, how is all that even possible? How can a belief be illegal? He shrugged at first. Then he explained it like this. All the religions of the world seem to be waiting around for some guy to come back and save us or take us to a better place. Baha'is believe that guy already came. Pretty recently, actually. And told us that all the prophets of the past were right. But it was time for us to come together and follow him, to move forward as one. When Muslims took over Iran in 1979, they made their church the state, claimed their God was calling all the shots. They gave God a say in everything, from speeding tickets to executions. But if the Baha'i prophet and his believers were right, that would mean all those Muslims were listening to the wrong God. A false God? Overseeing absolutely everything? Could you imagine how quickly a country built on false beliefs could crumble? The folks in charge had to keep that from happening. So they started silencing the Baha'i crowd real quick. Long distance. We still have family in Iran. Mostly dads. Most of Mom's got out. I was born here. When my parents call Iran to talk to their relatives, I listen. I try to keep track of all the names, imagining faces in my mind for each. I can understand Farsi much better than I can speak it. Farsi is all about the vowels, round sounds that travel long distance with ease. Mom speaks swift and smooth, like language was something no one ever struggled to learn. Dad speaks loudly whenever he speaks, but especially when he's on the phone with Iran. Like he can't trust the microphone to do its only job.